Welcome back inside UPLIFT Property Management. I'm Tommy Perfect, CEO and owner here at UPLIFT. And today we're going to talk about what property management actually costs and what you might be paying already in your fees for your property management services. First off, we're going to talk about the monthly management fee. This is generally a percentage of gross collected rents. So your property rents out for $2,000. The property manager collects that in. They take, somewhere 8-12%, somewhere along those lines, some percentage of that rent. And then they're gonna just withhold that out of the rent and send you guys the rest, right? So obviously the percentages of whatever your property manager charges you will range, and that depends on whatever your agreement is. But this is that main source of revenue for the property manager according to your property management agreement. Obviously, if you have a larger portfolio, there's gonna be some discounts that your property manager might have offered you, and you should be aware of those and make sure that you're seeing what those discounts are, or what discounts your property manager offers for having multiple units. The next thing we're going to talk about is leasing fees and renewal fees. So oftentimes you'll see a property management company charge you half a month's rent or even a full month's rent in order to lease up your property. Now, they're not charging you the 8% while it's empty, most likely, but they are going to charge you that big fee, and they're going to go and tell you, oh, it's to pay for the marketing costs, it's to pay for the time, it's to pay for getting the contract updated, or whatever reason they have for charging you that large leasing fee. But they're going to look to charge you somewhere between 50 to 100% of a month's worth of rent. And that's a lot. When you do that math, if it's 1 month's rent, that's 8.5% of your revenue. When you're already paying them maybe 8 or 9%, and then you're paying them an additional 8.5%, that really starts to add up to a huge chunk of your revenue going out after you already experienced a vacancy. Other fees that are common are maintenance coordination fees or markups. Usually that's a percentage of the maintenance bill. So they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna charge you 15% of the maintenance charge. That's kind of, to me, counterintuitive for the owner, because now when you're spending $2,500 to replace the water heater, now you're getting charged an extra 15% on top of that your property manager is just gonna keep. You should also make sure that you're checking in on eviction charges. Does your property manager charge you an additional management fee for during an eviction, or is that part of the included services or part of their guarantees? You should make sure that you look at that. And who's in charge of paying the legal fees associated with it as well, because when they bring in an outside attorney, those bills rack up fast. Lastly, the most common one that I see of these fees is an onboarding fee or a startup fee, some nominal deposit that the property manager takes upfront from you as the owner for them to get you onboarded into their system. Kind of interesting to pay for essentially their onboarding process, or to get up to speed on your property. I want to talk a little bit about what we do here at UPLIFT, because there are all these fees. We want to make sure that we are very clear and transparent on our pricing, and we're very clear and transparent over that pricing on our website. We charge an 8% management fee for general single family homes. We do have a minimum fee if there's a unit that has a lower rent amount. We do have a minimum that we want to hit for our revenue. So that's $175 of revenue per unit. We have a tenant placement fee. So when we have to go rent out your property, we have only $595. We're not charging half a month's rent. We're not charging a full month's rent. We're literally just trying to get those expenses passed along so that we can get your place rented as quickly as possible for the value that we can provide. And then we have a tenant retention fee. So when we renew that tenant and they stay another year and we keep your contract up to date, we keep your property near market rent, that's when we're charging that tenant retention fee. Obviously, we have a discount when there's a multi-unit property. So we've got 6% when you have more than 5 units, and we start to look at that, and we look at that more on a property or a portfolio basis so that we can make sure that we tailor our services to you and make sure that you fit our system. In closing, I really want to urge you as a landlord, or a property owner, to look at what you would be paying when you're looking at your property management companies that you're looking to hire, or that maybe you already have hired and you're working with. You should make sure that you're looking at exactly what you're paying for and make sure that that's in your contract. And if you don't have your contract, you can ask them for it, and they should be able to provide that to you. Make sure that you feel like you're getting the value for those services, and make sure that they're aligned with your goals for the property. My invitation is that if you have any questions on what you might be charging, or you're struggling to understand that contract, contact your property manager, or feel free to contact us and we'll happily walk you through whatever your contract and fees might be. Thanks for listening.